Turn around, bright eyes, turn around. Today on Zatu, I'm going to be infoboxing or unboxing. I'll give you some of the little rules that I've picked up from reading the rules, but the massive Eclipse, the second dawn of the Galaxy edition, which is available on the Zatu website. Let's go find out why it's such a big box and how much goodness there is inside. Hello, welcome to Zatu Live. Today I'm going to be infoboxing this big, expensive beast of a game. So this is Eclipse, the second dawn for the Galaxy. Eclipse is an older game that has been redone, streamlined a little bit in this presentation, and I've never played it, so I'm looking forward to getting into this. I have read the rules so I can highlight some of the things that are going on here. I'll move that out of the way actually. So, handily you have how to fill your box with the trays, because this entire game is filled with these gamer trays and they tell you exactly where everything goes. So a few little things, like some of these pictures aren't quite the same as what's in the box, but by and large that is very helpful. Then we have some rules, which just one book of rules actually, which were very good. It seems fairly straightforward, as straightforward as a game this big and this impressive can be, of course. So yeah, we have the rules here, goes through everything really well. And then we have the faction boards. These are double-sided. This is the yellow, who are either going to be the descendants of Draco or Terran. Now, Terran or human are on the back of every board sheet, but it does say if you play with Terran, you're going to lose out on a unique planet and a species. Here you have their various ships. These are all different models in different colours. So at the minute the interceptors have a nuclear source, a nuclear drive and an ion cannon, and you can upgrade these throughout the game as long as you stick to the power that you need for those things. We also have your kind of influence discs down here and your 3 levels of tech. I can't remember what they are. And then you're going to store victory points and potential alliances with other players down here. James says this is a phenomenal game. Played it a couple of times and played it 2 players. Yes, I've heard this one works well with 2 players. So we've got loads of these boards, as you can see. So this is one of the keyboards that will be used during the game. Here you have the prices, and the tech is going to go into here randomly, and the round tracker. So it doesn't have anything in it at the minute because you'll randomly set up at the start of the game, but that will just go on your table as a marketplace. And then you have your tray of tech here. And I've just slammed in some spare tokens at the top. So these aren't necessarily meant to be here, but they seem to be spare in my count. I may have done something wrong. But all of this tech is sorted into its there. So all the ones in there are all plasma missiles. All the ones in here, sorry, these are ship blueprints. So you can upgrade your ships in various ways, and each set of ships will be, so if you upgrade your Inceptors, for example, all your Inceptors will now be upgraded in that way. Here we have 2 trays that are essentially the same, and they have all the non-player pieces in them. So we have the monoliths, the orbital stations. I think these are the ancients, I want to say. There's 2 kind of, 3 races that are non-player that will be on the board, and you will have to battle. Have another ship there. The Kickstart version, I think you could add on stands, and then we have the various dice, which will be how you hit. Either you roll hit straight, or anything over 6 when you add the numbers together is a hit. So I'm just pop that back on there, pop those to one side. Now, I have edited this slightly to fit everything in because that big foam piece went all the way across there. And I chopped it down so I could put my bags of, this is the tech, not the ship parts, so this is the bag of tech here. So you'll draw out a certain number of these dependent on the player count and fill up the tech market that we saw. So those fit nicely down there. If you take a craft knife and just chop your thing in half, I'll show you what it's protecting now as well. And then when you are involved in battles, you'll be drawing from this bag some random points. The earlier you draw, the more likely there is to be higher points in there. So under here we have the... I just kept that to kind of protect this from the top, probably unnecessarily, but that is the something like the global defense thing that goes in the middle of the map. Quite a lot. You're going to take quite a lot of effort to take that out, but it is possible. And then each of these are player trays. Now, cleverly, you'll see that these are dual layered, but what you do is you put a kind of more papery layer underneath, then punch this out and put it on top. And these are double-sided, so you can have them long ways, or you can turn both bits around and have them sideways. And then I'll show you around the outside first. Around the outside you have these 3 trackers for your resources, and they simply clip in there, and you can move them all the way around. If you have plus 40, you just simply turn it round and it says, simply turn it round and it says plus 40, so you know you'd have 40 plus whatever number is there. Then inside the tray you have your ships and your bases. These don't move. If you're dreadnoughts, I think this is a dreadnought, your interceptors, and then some other ships. Again, each type can be upgraded separately, and that will apply across the whole thing. These are for alliances with other players if you play with 4 or more. These are how you get your population cubes onto different planets to mine you different resources, and this is all kept track with cubes on here. So you'll have on here, you'll have for each kind of thing, you'll have population cubes that you may send off to different planets, and imagine they're all the way around at the start of the game. As you send them off, you get more of that thing during the income phase, and as they come back they will fill back up from that side. So everything you need in a nice little player tray. During the game you can either slap that on the top or just have that bit, and your bit's loose. And I'll just open one more to show you that the models are different in each one, although these are the most similar ones to the blues. But if we take out the blues again, so we see the difference between the interceptor there and the interceptor there. The star bases are more similar in that one than they are in some of them, but you can see that the models are all different for all the different colours, and there are holes in the bottom of the bigger ones if you want to get stands for these. So there is greens. Again, each one can be played as a unique alien species or the Terrans. And then on the bottom of the whole shebang you have your tiles, your these are the 3 factions that you may fight that are automated during the game, and that's kind of what they will roll. If it has 2 marks there, that's a harder version, so you might not want to put that in your first game. In fact, I should have stacked them together, shouldn't I? So let's see. Yeah, you can see it's got a super red dice on, and it's got missiles which fire before anything. We have I just put the round counter down here. That is where this goes, of course, in there. Just make sure you rotate it the right way. Like I say, I kept the foam there. Home bases are in the sets. These are kind of planets that will have a discovery bonus on, which are these tiles here, and if you're first to discover them you can take the points or you can take the reward on there. And then you have you're going to have 3 basic rings. That around the central block that this will be on is sector 1, then sector 2, and anything beyond that is sector 3. During the game you will, that's reactions, where's the, what have I done with it? Oh, they're down here, down here. At reputation, how you win reputation. There is a board or a card, where have I put that? That basically has all 6 actions on, and whenever you take an action you move, it's on the playboard, that's where. You will move your discs to one of the actions you take. But the more discs you use, the more it's going to cost you in upkeep at the end of the round. So if you can put as many discs as you want on one, so one turn I might explore, then I might explore again and again, there's no limit. But the more discs I use, the more I'm going to have to pay, and discs also go onto hexes in the middle to symbolise ownership or control of those hexes. So yeah, you could use all your discs, but if you haven't got 30 money to pay for all those actions and effects, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble after that. So that is a very high level overview of Eclipse, the board game. Myself and Andrew are going to try and play this one over Skype. If we manage to do that, we might film it and do a kind of highlights. I don't think we'll do the whole thing in playback, but as you can see, it all fits in here nicely. This all goes back in. This foam piece, as I said, originally went all the way across. I've just cut it down so I can squeeze it in there, protect that nice model. Then the other factions go across here, and then you have room for your bagged up goods. You don't have to worry about storing them elsewhere. You can bag them up, ready to play. And this game's going to get onto the table and be set up a lot quicker than you would have thought because of this whole game tray usage. So thank you for watching Zatu Games. Do like and subscribe to this video if you have liked our content. If you would like to be notified of more, please hit the bell down below and you'll be notified of all our videos. Remember, we are on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook and TikTok. We go live on Facebook on Wednesdays and throughout the week doing infoboxings like the one you will have just seen. And we are live on Twitch as well. We're just tweaking our schedule, so look out for updates on that. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time.